I'm Barbara. It is Thursday. Tuesday was the 22nd. That makes today the 24th. I'm actually wearing some jewelry. I put on my necklace. This is a necklace I bought from like a crafters or an artist's thing for somebody for Christmas a few years ago. It's all ribbons and beads and I really liked it, so I didn't give it to him. I got him something else. I've done that a few times over the years. And I'm wearing some interesting earrings that have a beautiful patina. They're just arty. They look a little bit like, I don't know, they remind me of horseshoe crabs for some reason. I'm not sure why. The problem with them is, now I've gone and lost my back, which I stole from another pair of earrings. Although if I'm lucky, it's in my, is that the wire is too small. So the normal backs don't stay on it very well. And now I've gone and lost the back. So we'll see how long the earring stays on without a back. I should just stick it on with those little plastic things that hold your hooks in. Maybe that would work. Damn, I just stole it off another pair of earrings. But that's the problem with these. This side's staying on okay. This side. Ugh. You don't think about things like that, or apparently people don't think about things like that when they're making jewelry. Those posts need to be a standard size so you can have apparatus to keep the damn things on. But I do like them a lot. I don't know how they're going to be with my Paloma from Espace Tricot that I made out of my alpaca yarn that I got on our trip to Peru. Which I love. It's kind of a elbow length, cozy. Now the pattern is has a high neck. That earring's not going to stay in. Has a high neck. But I have yet to wear it high. I always put it under. So if I do this sweater again, I think I'll just make the collar half size. I don't know how often I will want a turtleneck that high when I also am okay with elbow length sleeves. So anyway, good morning. So here is my ensemble. I picked this because I wanted to wear it. I thought the necklace went well with the sweater. I had another choice that I tried on, but it's more of a choker necklace and it didn't go with the sweater. I will show it to you another time though. Now I gotta wander around my house looking for my little gizmo. I don't know where my dogs are. Probably went in the house. So it is not a bright sunny day with a bright blue sky as I have been having the last few days. I am not complaining. It has been so beautiful here. Dennis says it's going to get cloudier today, although he didn't sound like he thought it was going to rain. So that's the weather. I did not sleep very well, but my knee doesn't hurt me. So that's the update on those things. On to the other thing you've been wondering is what's the latest saga of my Dragons of Sumatra? So I coffee dyed the Ada and dried it on the line, but when I was coffee dyeing it, it was so dark. The coffee was dark, you know, whatever. So apparently when you spill coffee all over yourself and you wash your clothes right away, the coffee comes out. Because it came out, I mean, you could tell that it was no longer bright white. But that was all I got from that coffee. Because I panicked and I washed it almost right away. But I kind of liked the way the tea had come out. So I decided I was gonna, I think I took a picture of the coffee. I'll put it up here. There's nothing to see there. It's just, you know, off-ish white. So then I took it again and I dyed it with tea and I let it sit longer. And I think in both cases I like microwaved it for a minute, thinking that might help. Then I washed it again. Little pro tip, if you're going to be washing even weave and Aida, mainly even weave, but the Aida too, should probably sew the edges. Because I got a lot of fluff. Although the even weave was the worst. The even weave I have an inch fringe around my even weave, which is the one I originally tea dyed, but I've decided I'm not going to use for my dragons because it's 28 count. So I am going with my 18 count Aida, and this is what it looks like tea dyed, which isn't going to show up very much. It only shows up to me a very little bit. I didn't iron it. So it's subtle, but it is a slightly mottled color. Oh my gosh, you really can't tell. Really can't tell on the camera, or I can't see it on the camera. Maybe you can see it on the camera a little bit. But I brought out the other half of it to show you the difference. So it did make a big difference. It's just not as mottled as, I mean, it's not highly pronouncedly mottled, but it is mottled. And I was thinking when I was laying down that I was going to, it's a shame, I'll try to take a picture of it, because out here I can see it's mottled and it will be perfect, and so I'm not going to do anything else to it. So I can start my Dragons of Sumatra. Because I have my Aida, I'm going to do it on the Aida. I decided to take your advice, and why torture myself. I do want to be better at stitching on linen. But I could do little smaller projects to start with that. And I think the Aida is going to make a perfectly lovely cushion. And oh, I'm so frustrated that it's not showing up at all. But it is mottled. So my second part, the second ingredient into this project, is the floss. So you might have seen on Instagram, if you follow me, that I did a little test of the floss. I just took our hot tap water, I put it in hot tap water, i.e. as hot as our tap water gets, which is not very hot, because Dennis keeps the hot at a temperature that you can wash dishes with. I mean, it's pretty hot to the touch, but you can do it without burning yourself, which makes it a little hard. Which made it hard for me when I was trying to clean a fleece. I couldn't get the water hot enough. I had to boil water to go with it, because other people turn their hot water heater up. Dennis won't do that. So anyway, I took this and I bunched it up and I soaked it in the water, and I have a picture of that because I put that on Instagram. So that obviously was not color fast. So then, being the little scientist I am these days. There's my Maisie. Hey you. Hey you Munchkin. You used to come over here to say hello? Yeah, I came to get a cuddle. Yeah. I took just two strands of the floss. And I processed it and I tangled it up. And I processed it in citric acid, so I assumed that these are silk, this is silk floss. And I assumed that this silk floss was dyed with acid dyes. And I processed it like I was trying to set the acid dyes of yarn. You know, if I were doing this same project with this color yarn against color work of this color yarn, I would do the same thing with this red to make sure it doesn't bleed, because I want to make a pillow for the 40 billionth time, and so I need to be able to wash it. So I don't want the red from all the embroidery to bleed into the rest, into the pillow. So anyway, so I processed these two strands in a little pot with water and citric acid, and I simmered them for 20 minutes and let them cool, and then I put them back into water and let them sit to see if they bled anymore. Now the water they were in was slightly pink, but I didn't actually rinse them because the water with the citric acid got very red. And I hadn't actually rinsed the two strands when I took them out. The water was slightly, the slightest colored, but much better. And so I called that a successful process of, I thought these would be dry. I was going to start my project today. I got to dry these because everything else is wet. Because then I took all my other skeins, which are, you know, I have 5 skeins. I took all my other skeins, I wound them up, and I processed them in citric acid. And now they got to dry, and I was thinking, oh, I'll stick them outside. They'll dry so quick. It's not sunny, and it's a little damp, so I don't know how quick they'll dry, but I'll leave them out here anyway. 2 of them I left in their original skeins, which I was complaining about the original skeins, but they held up really well, so that's the plus side to all those knots and everything. And I will show you a picture of the water from that pot, because I took a picture of that too. So I took a lot of pictures for you guys, which now I have to remember to take out tomorrow, or else you're going to see them every day for the next week until I remember that I put them in there. So that's the continuing saga of the Dragons of Sumatra. I am going to use my tea stain, slightly mottled, but you can't see it, 18 count Aida. And I have set the color in the fiber floss as best I can, and I am going to start my Dragons of Sumatra today. That's my plan. Don't have anything planned other than I have a physical therapy session today, and I think it's at 2 o'clock. The problem with trying to get my blood drawn is I don't know how long it's going to take, and I have to do it before my physical therapy. Because they close. So maybe I should just bite the bullet and go like at 11. Or not go, try to combine my trips. Anyway, good morning. Did I say it was Barbara? Did I tell you thank you so much for joining me? I really appreciate your company. I cannot tell you. Thank you for all your lovely comments and messages. It just makes my day. It really does. So yesterday we went over to the in-laws. Dennis and his mom went to BJ's and got stuff, and Garland and I sat outside on the deck for a while, and then he got tired and he went in and fell asleep on his chair. And it was beautiful outside, so that was nice. We just sat there and talked a little bit and enjoyed the nature. He was having a low energy day, so not too much. But I did take a selfie of us, and I'll put that there. What the hell? I put that on Instagram too. So that was good. But because Dennis had bought meat for us, we couldn't really stay because we needed to process the meat. So we will go back over this weekend or tomorrow, whenever, and hang out for a while. But Aura's getting some services from the hospice people, and that's good. That's good. So she's feeling okay. Tired, but okay. And so we'll go visit them. They need to check the baseball schedule. Oh, and I had my knit night last night. It was just me and Jerry. Jerry says that the Oakland A's are in the playoffs. I didn't know that. So, but it's the end of September, so I guess it's playoff season. Dueling dogs. Maze! Maze! That's Pearl answering. Dennis loves that when she like howls or vocal it. It's Pearl. She vocalizes in response to her sister. Dennis thinks that's the cutest thing ever. So anyway, so we'll need to check. These earrings don't seem to be catching on the thing. So they have to check their baseball schedule, and then we'll figure out when we're going to go over. So I was picking out my jewelry for tomorrow, last night, for today. So I went through the jewelry more thoroughly, some of the containers and stuff, and I found all the things, like over time I had thought, where is that bracelet I bought? And where, I found those things. I only found one of the gold mask earrings. I have this wonderful collection of earrings I really love, and I only have one of them. So one of these days I am going to figure out how to organize my earrings in a way that I can look at all my earrings and figure out what I want to wear. I have sort of a stand-up stand that you can hook earrings on, and it's completely full. You've seen all those earrings, or most of them. And so now I have lots more, and I have plenty that won't hang like these. I mean, I might be able to hang them. Ugh, this is so annoying to me though. Hey you, if you find a little metal thing with plastic on it, don't eat it. She will. She'll chew it. If she finds it, she'll say, oh, if it's on the floor. She's been better lately about getting my stuff. She's been better lately about getting my stuff. And there's Pearl. But if it's on the floor, it's for her. Pure and simple. Let's face it. Okay, so that's the deal. I'm not gonna go get my blood test. I can just tell. Okay, girl, we need to comb you out good and good today. Good and good. So that's it. I hope you're all well. I hope you have a good day. Yes, are you, my girl? And everybody stays healthy. I hope you have bluer sky than me, although I am not complaining. I had so many beautiful, gorgeous days in a row that it's impossible to be sad when a cloud comes by. I mean, but there's not any blue showing in my sky today. Please take good care of yourselves. I will talk to you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay safe.